So this is the double ice shelter coming this year. So this may look like, to me, it looked very familiar, right? It looks like, oh, maybe it's an Eskimo 850. Maybe it's an Otter Monster Lodge. It's the double hub style, right? And then if you look at it, triangle door on this side, you've got the big open door on the front. This is very, very similar to both the Clam and the Otter. I think there's components of each that you're gonna see here. The windows look like they're the removable windows that you would typically see in the Otter shacks that have the removable windows. I know some of their shacks don't, but from a style perspective, Eskimo has a little bit different window style, but then in terms of the insulation, you're looking at like the same type of insulation. 300D gray interior, it's fire retardant, the double twin wide bottom. So you're gonna see it's got the full open door because we know that Clam came out with full doors this year, but they have the bottom still closed off. They say from a draft perspective. So this is more like the Eskimo or the Otter. And it's right in line with them from a pricing standpoint. I might try to get one of these to test this year and put up side to side versus maybe one or both of the other brands just to see what the difference is. But I know a lot of them, they just manufacture in China. So there's not necessarily going to be a ton of differences in them because it's probably some of the same factories that are making this stuff. I'd like to see what promotional pricing is between the three of them, the Eskimo, the Otter, and the Nordic Legend, but that's what this one is. So this is the first new shack that they have this year with the full door. And then they have essentially the single hub version of it where it's not the double wide. So you got the big walk-through door on the front. You've got the triangle door on the back. So this is the same type of thing. Very similar, again, to Eskimo and to Otter from what I've seen so far, the 300D. This is 75 square feet, includes the propane port. Like it's very, very similar. I haven't seen the inside of these. I haven't seen them in person yet. Nordic Legend, legendary camo ice gear. This is a float suit. So if you remember, this is what they looked like last year. They had a floating suit last year as well, $299.99. I really like some of those camo patterns that companies are coming out with. And so I was incredibly happy to see that Nordic Legend came out with a camo pattern themselves. And it is a float suit. And you get the full suit for $349.99, which is pretty awesome. Release date is the 15th of October, 2023. I have a black hole, a green and black non-floating version of one of their previous suits made by the same factory, just different color pattern for a different company. And it's really warm. I have no complaints about it. They're big pockets in the front, which are pretty nice. No complaints about it. They're a nice jacket. So for $350, it could be a steal of a deal given that really cool pattern on it. So that is the new Explorer series.